Hi everyone again, Marie again on another meditation series. Able to back it up today, back to back, which is a nice thing to catch up. We're about to do the throat chakra next. So the throat chakra, another very big chakra, aren't they all? But in truth, I think this is probably a very important, apart from the heart, if not in the same intensity of the heart as one of the most important chakras, because this chakra is not just about where we speak and what we say, which is absolutely vital, but it's absolutely about our divine will versus our will. It's about really the choices we're making. We choose to be part of everything and anything, whether we excuse it, blame it, however we project it. There is not one thing we never have power over. This is an absolute power chakra in alignment with your sacral chakra. They go hand in hand in the way of power. This is where we start developing after we work through the heart chakra and we start clearing all the fear from the lower chakras. We start to develop our voice of our truth, our voice of our authority, and the true power of our authentic sovereign being self. So it takes a while for this chakra to come online, because there's always choices that we aren't truly making in our highest good at times. But as I said earlier, as we start to understand what those choices mean and we start to empower ourselves again, we can choose, and we do choose everything that we go through. We choose everything that we create. We're constantly making choices. So this is very much about what this chakra is taking us through. The sound that we make for this chakra is like an A sound. So again, this is easy because you feel it in your throat. You feel your hand over your throat as you sound. So it's just an So continue to sound as much as you like, obviously, but sound is important, as we know. What we say to ourselves is vital, how we speak to ourselves consciously, subconsciously and unconsciously. All these thoughts, these words, these choices are going on in many, many levels of our being at once. So to work our way back to what's underlying, we always have to start with what's obvious and what we're actually saying. If we're being honest to ourselves, if we're lying to ourselves, this is very much the chakra right now of not being able to pretend to yourself or to anybody else anymore. So it's very much about honesty, which comes in alignment, as I said earlier, with the heart. They go hand in hand. I wrote about that. So start listening, I suppose, to what you're actually saying, not only physically, but what you're saying on the inside to yourself through your thoughts, because this is where you're speaking to yourself. And when we're out of balance in this chakra, it's usually our masculine that's out of balance, because it's the masculine that takes action. So that is the sound that we're hearing. And if it's coming from fear, that's always our masculine well out of balance. So just a few key notes. The tuning fork we use is roughly a 741 Hertz frequency. And that's a G note for anyone that might be musical. And from memory, the heart should be a C, and the C and G combine absolutely beautifully on any instrument. Okay, so as always, just find your spot, your comfy position, giving yourself plenty of time, peace, quiet, no interruptions, devices off. And make the choice, make the intention, which is your choice, to receive, to be still. And this is where, in this particular chakra, we choose to take our power back from the lower ego, to tell it to be still, to be quiet, and that you are choosing to take your power back. You have chosen to let it run many aspects of your being and world for a long time, thinking you didn't have the ability, believing you didn't have the ability to make a change, or it ran you, this incredible, fearful, self-destructing voice, limiting voice. You always have had power, you always will have power. It's your choice as to whether you're ready to reclaim your power. And that's very much about this chakra. So we work with the ray of blue. As you can see, the crystals on the bed. All rays of the blue ray. In fact, we work with blue, aquamarines, silver and white also, and diamond within this chakra. The Ascended Master El Moria is the main man, so to speak, and he's actually the first Ascended Master that ever came to me. So this throat chakra has always been a big chakra for me. He's been a huge influence on my world and in my life. He's a disciplinarian. He makes you stand up and stand in your power. But at the same time, as they all are, he's absolutely benevolently loving, beautiful. And also Archangel Michael and his beloved twin Faith. They're the two archangels that come through this ray, very much so. And it's all about your strength, your voice, your courage, your tenacity again of your truth. All about the truth. Your ability to stand in your power against adversity, against naysayer, and to believe in what you say. This is really all about now. Saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And so it is. So as always, just start breathing slowly in and out. Relaxing into the space. Concentrating on the breath, particularly this chakra. Allowing the yawns to come. Yawns are powerful as we start to yawn, whichever chakra we're in. This is where we allow spirit to flow through us. This is where the breath comes out our mouth, out our throat. In and out it enters. So this is a vital point of life force. The more we yawn, the more we're opening our throats up, the more we're opening ourselves to the life force of our highest truth. As always, start the breath with the violet flame, breathing it in now. Being in your anchoring, your protection, your grounding, your stars, Merkaba, 12-point diamond, Star of David. Raising your frequencies now to the highest of high and surrendering to your highest self. This is the throat, the chakra of surrender. Trust. To the best of your abilities, trust. Let go and allow. Once again, you see yourself now on your road, your path, your journey. Walking along this beautiful path under the light of the grandmother moon again, her silvery blue rays lighting your way. Releasing all the weights, the burdens that no longer serve you. sounding as you go here. Singing in your mind, sounding. Speaking, releasing through the throat. In this space where you are free without any limitation or judgment of your sound, where you sit now, release through the breath. Open that throat. Sounding, singing in the seat where you physically sit. Opening the throat chakra. Removing anything that impedes your throat. Any cords, ropes, chains, bolts. Anything that's hanging off your throat from the ancient days. Releasing. Entering the forest of the tall ones, waving you in yet again. Directing you and calling you forth to the beautiful light that you see in the distance. Becoming more obvious and closer. You now move towards the light, where your beautiful crystalline stairwell awaits. And again, as you're ready, you rise, climbing higher and higher. You know the way, releasing on the way. The sun, the source, well above you in the distance, the earth mother well below you. You rise, rising in all ways, the multidimensional being that you are. You now reach the top, where your beautiful rainbow bridge awaits. And once again, as you're ready, you walk upon the bridge of light. Walking across, checking its infrastructure, totally supportive. You make your way again to your beautiful temple, your castle. You enter, and you enter the doorway, rising up the 7 stairs that present, leading you past the sacral, the solar, the heart, now to the level of the throat and the doorway that leads within. Standing at the doorway already though, however, is Archangel Michael. In his full splendor, his full armor, his eyes of electric blue. He stands before you and says and asks, "Are you willing to take back your power, your true sovereignty?" And if you are, he hands to you in your left hand a sword of blue laser flame or light. You hold it high, and you feel the power, you feel the strength return down through your arm, through your throat, and into your heart and into your being. You have every ray available to you, but this blue is important right now. He asks you to remove anything from the door that obstructs with the blue ray, to cut free that which has stopped and hindered, and to open the passageway and the door once again. Here, as you walk in, there may be many, many cords or ropes obstructing the passageway. He asks you, with your truth, with your intention and your will, to direct the violet flame from your heart and your higher mind, to flame the corridor, which enlightens the way. He then instructs you with your left hand to now cut through every cord, rope, tree trunk, root, everything that impedes your walk. You cut, you wield, and you hack, and you need not know what they are or what they represent. Your intention is to clear. Release, let go. And as you do, each is instantly dissolved in the violet. And the hallway becomes larger and brighter. And you continue. You see now, though, up ahead, there is a being that you know in physical, by the name or the vision or the knowing. Allow them to present. For there is a need now, a highest need, to cut free your energies and this being's energy from you. No judgment, but love only. And in your mind, you hand them back all their energy with love and grace. You see the cords, you see the ropes, and with the sword of blue in your left hand again you cut and you wield until all cords are severed and you are released and set free. And the being disappears from view. There may be another. And there will be more, many more. But you can come back at a later date. Beloved Michael leads you further now, where you stand before a violet pit or fire. He asks you now to stand within it. He asks you to feel deep within your throat or upon your throat if there are any muzzles on your mouth, cords or ropes around your throat, implements of energy you're seeing from the past, daggers, knives, cloths of suppression stuffed down your throat. If you're coughing, allow. If you're yawning, allow. But remove all that you feel or see now. Trust. Judge nothing. You may now see long cords coming from your throat of energies that you have projected upon yourself or another being or beings. And you are asked to pull them in, reclaim them, own them. Bring them back to the self. And in this violet flame where you stand, all is transmuted instantly. Trust in that. Continue to call home all energies that you must balance. Reclaim old karmas. Call them home. Transmute them instantly the moment you choose. All is done. You now walk through the other side of the flame of violet, where you see another pathway of light calling you. Streams of light calling you along. And before you now presenting as it becomes closer and closer is a magnificent Star of David temple. Not a temple of religion, but of an ascending and a descending triangle of crystalline light. And you walk within. And in here stands the Ascended Master El Moria. You stand before him. He welcomes you. He raises his arms, and the temple becomes an incredible blue light. Wave upon wave of light, almost galactic, interdimensional frequencies flowing around you as it accelerates with his intention and will. You can feel the frequencies changing within you and without of you. He places his hand over your throat. He asks, "Are you willing?" And if so, and you must answer yes or no, he removes from your throat now, individually, pieces of ice. He shows you the ice. He says these are old memories, old choices you no longer need. Your higher self asks you now to dissolve them. He asks you to breathe upon the ice with love and the willingness to surrender all. The past is done. Why would you want to recreate it if it hasn't served? As you blow on the ice, you watch it dissolve in the power of blue and pink. These two beautiful rays melting the ice. He takes another piece of ice from your throat a much larger peace. He asks you now to stand in your truth and to call forth from the source above you, the great central sun, the sun itself, the ray of wisdom, the truth of your knowing. Add this golden ray now to the mix of blue and pink. But he shows you, and he asks you to look within the gold, descending again, for right in the center of the gold is the blue and the pink. The love of Source, the will in blue of Source, descending with the wisdom that Source is, that you are. And once again, these three rays, the eternal flame, merges one in your throat, and you blow on the crystal, the ice, and watch it dissolve instantly. You continue to remove as much as you need from this throat chakra. Of many ancient and old patterns that you can release instantly without conscious knowing. Let go. Let God. Where you stand now, you stand within the eternal flame of pink, blue and gold again. But you see now the Star of David changing around you. And descending down once again is an overlaying triangle of diamond. And arising from the earth, from below, is a beautiful triangle of silver. They lock, they interlock and overlay. And now El Moria places over your throat chakra the most beautiful blue gemstone, crystalline frequency of light, that he now ignites with his power, his word, his sound in your throat. And the blue flame, the blue light of the crystal that you have received ignites, and you become the flame within all the triangles of the star. And within the blue you see the silver, you see the diamond, and you stand within the eternal flame, all as one. The stars are in balance. The triangles are in balance. The above, the below is in balance. The masculine, the feminine is in balance. And so it is. He asks you from this day to honour yourself. Honour your truth. Honour your choice. He says, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done, not mine. And so it is. And so you now give thanks, wearing this beautiful gemstone in your throat, you leave this sacred space, walking back along the path that leads you to the beautiful violet flame ablaze, where again you may walk through, transmuting anything, any debris, anything less than the frequency you have just chosen. You walk back with beloved Michael, and possibly Faith now, who comes to walk with you. You walk back along the original corridor that's fully opened, and you are asked to continually to come back here and to clear this way, because you will reconnect and re-establish, recreate through your choices, not always divine, old cords of connection and karma. You have choice, you have power. Choose wisely. Choose of the heart. You leave the space. Where you now walk back. Walking back out of the doorway into the central stairwell of the 7 steps. And you descend, leaving the throat chakra doorway well open, blazing with light that you see illuminating. Giving thanks to beloved Michael, Faith, Elmaria, and all beings who have chosen to create with you on this pathway, this lifetime, and many more. You descend down the stairs, each row of 7. Making your way back down to the doorway, the entrance of where you started, leading outside your beautiful temple, your castle. Looking behind again, seeing how far you've come, how light your temple's becoming, how beautiful it truly is, and all the surrounds. You walk back along the bridge of light, feeling light, arriving back at the top of the stairwell of crystal. And once again you descend, descending down the stairs, coming back down, flying, walking. You can use your voice to choose to send love to the world, the earth that you see appearing, rising as you become closer to it. You descend continually down, back down. Where you enter the earth's atmosphere again, you see well and you know well that you are within the earth. Heading back down towards the terra firma herself. Landing with your feet upon the earth, feeling the ground, the solidity, the grit, the grass. In awe of what awaits you in every moment. Gracious and grateful Your words are powerful. Your blessings are your abundance. You walk back again under the light of the sun shining well above you, illuminating your whole passageway through the trees. Blessed creature teachers, blessed beings of light you know, coming to join you, walk with you. Leaving the trees, you see the beautiful vista. Your throat feels lighter, more clear, open, your being lighter. You make your way back, feeling your body in the chair now. Feeling your fingers and toes. Coming back, your breath, aware of the breathing. Coming back into the now, into the present, into your body. Have a wriggle, ground down, roots down. You're back in this timeline now. But you can choose to travel anytime you truly want to. And there are many, many available to you right now. Coming back as you're ready. Thanking you all for joining me yet again. Have a wonderful afternoon. Love, light and blessings to you all.